Here we go. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy, remix edition. This is our own home fest. We've brought in a very special singer guest who is going to be serenading you for this next hour with also dope dance moves. It is Sam Bashor himself.
Hello. Woo! Thank you for having me.
Sam, what musical number have you prepared for us first?
It is from the hit musical now adapted into worldwide sensation Cats.
Right.
I will be singing the chorus to the song Magical Mr. Mistopheles. Do you want to save that for the end, or do you want it now?
It was a tease for the end. I mean, obviously we can't get to that now. That is the final act. So how dare you even think we should start with something as brilliant as that? It's about the slow burn, the build, Sam. You've been making content for long enough to know that.
I don't know what kind of deal, like sometimes SNL opens up usually with like a monologue, but sometimes people open up the Oscars with a musical number. So it's like, I don't know what kind of live performance this, like what live production this is. I gotta ask up top, but
just to be clear, what you're saying is you don't watch Live at the Roxy every day at 1?
I have a DVR filled with hundreds of episodes, and I just waiting for a time to catch up.
Yes, that does now check out. DVRs, yes. What was the thing before DVR that we all had?
Oh, TiVo.
TiVo.
Okay.
Yo, TiVo was glitchy as fuck.
So
TiVo erased all my stuff.
So a couple of years ago, for a show we had a sponsorship with TiVo, and they sent us a box, like a cable box, because they're like, don't worry, gang, we're on like the streaming platforms now, like we know what we're doing. And I was like, oh, like cool. So like you can like, that's good for TiVo, like I don't have any product, I don't have like a brand allegiance to them, but they sent it to me, and it only worked if I bought cable. I had to go and buy cable from Spectrum or from Verizon or somebody, and to be able to even turn the machine on. And It worked as well as the machine I tried in 2003. And this was 2 years ago.
So what you're saying is it was excellent.
Yes. Highly recommend TiVo.
It's definitely a full recommendation from Sam. This is where my mind goes during this strange ass time of quarantine. But I'm so excited that you're here because I haven't spoken to you about your life, what you're doing, what this means for work for you, how often you actually put on pants in the morning, like what anything looks like. So what is going on in the world of Sam Bashor? Are you alive and well and living in luxury, or what?
So, I mean, just you probably know this, but I don't know if I talked about it out like loud or on social media or anything, but back in November, December, I picked up some extra gigs at a production company doing like some like post work, and they asked me to come back again, and that started in the end of February going into March. So and I was contracted with them, or I am contracted with them for like a month and a half, and that could be extended because what I was doing was like physical labor, just kind of like I had to move stuff around and like plug stuff into stuff. And so now that I can't do that, they still have me on board, but my workload is like greatly decreased. So long way around, yes, I'm employed right now, and I have my podcast, Only Stupid Answers, and those are paying the bills.
Only Stupid Answers. You ain't got the vowels from stupid.
Exactly. We got to have you on again soon, because we're just like coming up with content right now is crazy weird. So
anytime,
work-wise, everything's like good.
But so the production company stuff that you're doing, you're able to do it from home?
Enough of it. A good amount of it.
Okay.
Not all of it. And so we're running into trouble. But so far, so good. So I can't really complain.
And Only Stupid Answer stuff. So are you guys doing similar to this? Are you and DJ Wooldridge, by the way, the other half of Only Stupid Answers, who I'm also going to be asking to come on this show in the near future. Are you guys doing like far social distancing, but in the same Skype box kind of video stuff right now, or what's going on?
Yeah, we just recorded an episode with Josh McCouga because his show premiered on History Channel. So we had him on to talk about that, and we were able
to history, baby. So good. So good.
And you can watch it for free on historychannel.com and on the app. So that's what I did because I don't have cable. So
I love free things, especially right now. It's lovely.
Well, I'm trying to pass the time and also kind of like make sure I'm staying sane. I started doing on Thursdays a comic book club where I find free comic books that you can read on Hoopla, which is have you ever used Hoopla?
No, but I mean the word often like, oh, they're creating a hoopla,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well,
is it
th
a thing?
this is a hoopla in the sense that it's a ball and a half. It's a hoot and a holler. It's no, it's all all libraries now have digital content that they can rent out, like any book or movie or CD that they have in the building. But now
Mm-hmm.
you can use a streaming service that they have, so you can watch movies through it, and it's totally free to use. You can watch movies, read comics, listen to audiobooks, do all this stuff. So I go through Hoopla's catalog and I find my favorite comics and then I recommend it. And next week I'm going to be doing it with my girlfriend. So that'll be fun. We're going to be doing a comic book review and has
That's
read
dope.
comics, but she's not like a comic book reader. So I'm excited to see what she thinks of some of the books.
Do you know any of them that you're going to be reviewing?
So I did Giant Days, which is one of my all-time favorite. And I think we're going to either read Sandman or possibly Scott Pilgrim. I'm looking for happy things. I'm trying to like consume as much happy content as I possibly can.
I think that that's a smart thing to be doing right now. I'm having a very challenging time watching or reading or doing anything that's too dark. I put on Ozark season 3 last night and I made it through 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds before I was like, I'm not watching this right now. I love Ozark. It's one of my favorite shows. I'm not doing this right now. I just don't
Mhm.
want to. It's like somewhere in my core, it's telling me, try to be happy. Don't do this to yourself. Only watch Schitt's Creek. Get out. Get out. Like, I don't know. There's something about during this weird ass time. Sometimes when things are depressing, I try to watch the most depressing things I can find to try to make myself feel better. Like, at least I'm not that. But there's something about this quarantine that's made me Love is Blind, The Circle, Schitt's Creek, and Tiger King. I'm sticking in that box only.
So I tried. We were able to get 15 minutes into the first episode of Love Is Blind, and I really tried. I super tried as hard as I could. I
Wait,
couldn't
are you
finish an episode.
serious?
I will watch Tiger
Sam,
King.
Sam,
Hmm?
let me ask you this question. Maybe this will like make you feel a little differently about it. Do you care about me at all?
Go on. I do.
So then you'll watch it.
Oh, okay. So if I want to support you
Well,
and your
just like
interests,
if our friendship was ever real.
then I should have watched Love Is Blind.
That is what I mean, I'm not saying that you just said that, not me.
Mhm.
But if one was to say that, then yes. It's so good. I mean, it's unreasonably bad, but other than that, it's so good.
So do you watch all the Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, and all of the
Well,
spinoffs?
no, I started watching Bachelor last year by watching Bachelor in Paradise. They were talking about it on Collider Live every single week. So I was like, okay, I got to watch this. And then I got kind of hooked and I watched Bachelor this year and it makes me really upset. I love it, but also I feel awful about being a human.
Mhm.
So it's a struggle. But I can't stop watching it. But Love is Blind is better because there's more people and more relationship. Like people get legitimately married on that show.
That's
They get
crazy.
married. Like I
It's
do.
insane.
And a lot of the couples are still together.
I was gonna say I feel like I knew somebody who was on one of these shows and they're still together,
Was it
which is
somebody from
good.
the circle?
I think it was from Bachelor in Paradise that I had met
Who
through
is it?
things.
Rack your brain. Get there. I want to know. It might be somebody I love. Tell me. Tell me.
Mm, mm,
No, he can't get there. All right.
yeah, wait,
Well,
it'll come back to me at the end of the episode.
During the Cats song or
Mhm.
after the encore in the encore. Let's pivot for a second because I do want to get to some of the Patreon questions, the Streamlab questions, and the Super Chat questions. So if you guys want your comment, question, concern, any of the above read on air, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or right here in the Super Chat. And anybody who is a $10 patron or up gets to ask each of our guests a question when they come on. So let's go over the Patreon and ask a couple from over there. Donnie A in here says, I've never watched Only Stupid Answers. What episodes would you recommend to a new viewer? Ooh,
Ooh.
sell them, pitch them, Sam.
All
Go,
right.
Sam.
So hold on to your butts because you're in for a real ride. It's a real treat. It's a hoot and a holler. Go ahead and go to your podcasting app of choice, and I'd say first off, just look for any topic that it might interest you. But all-time favorites, I'd say, are when we are doing reviews for any of the Transformers movies. So Only Stupid Answers Transformers. You can look that up.
Why do you love those ones?
Those are because we lose our minds because we can't because it's those movies are absolutely bonkers ridiculous. Those are a blast. And I'd say I check out any of them with Roxy Stryer.
Yeah,
Go ahead
duh,
and
those
check
are the
them
best
out.
ones.
Those are pretty good.
Those are the greatest. They're the best.
And I'd say anything with Sam or DJ in an episode, I think you'll have a blast watching them with listening to them with either of those people in them.
Oh, are you guys on it often?
It just depends. Like sometimes there's a chance that one of us might not be on it, but usually, yeah, we're on it the whole time.
What is Vanny saying? Any of the What If OSA episodes are great.
Oh, hey, Vanny.
What are the What If ones?
We'll take the MCU or like the DCEU or whatever they're calling that now, and we pitch it ourselves. If we had the reins and we were to start it over and plan out how the movies would be released and how you'd lead up to the big events, like we did one for DC. And my pitches, you start out with a Flash movie or a Batman movie, and you use the Flash as the interconnected person who brings the Justice League together because he accidentally ran to the future, saw the Hall of Justice, saw what the Justice League was, saw what he could be, and then by looking at it, he changed the future. Now he's doing everything he possibly can to make that future guaranteed. So he's the one that brings them together, and it leads to Barry sacrificing himself, and then you get Wally West's Flash, and so you get a bunch of cool stuff. Anyways, that's an example. We did it for Star Wars. We did it for Transformers. We did it for something else too, but all those are really fun because we get to really use our noggins.
Speaking of the Flash for one quick second, are you watching any of our CW DC TV shows still?
Just that one.
So you are watching the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm caught up. I think I'm one episode behind. What are you thinking of this whole like mirror situation?
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not like Snake Eye guy. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
That guy never needs to come back ever again. He's I don't remember who he was. He's dead to me.
Yeah.
I did like the Wally episode. I like Wally being back for a second. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, duh. I love Wally. I wish that we had him.
I wish he liked being on the show.
I know that sucks. I don't like when they don't like it. It's not fun.
By the way, this morning I went through a whole Reddit thread of actors who got in fights with other actors or directors on sets, like reading all the crazy stories of like people getting mad at each other. And I've come to the conclusion that Marlon Brando was a bit of an asshole. He was a bit of an a-hole.
Well, at that time, you could be a total dick and still work. And still today, you kind of can. But I feel like because there's so many people in this industry now, it's just bigger and bigger. You can't. A lot of times, if you're that big of a dick, you ever think about actors and you're like, I wonder why they haven't been working. It's like, well, probably they were a huge dick.
Maybe they were a dick to the wrong people.
Yeah, like, that's true.
Like if you keep like pushing buttons and all of a sudden you say the wrong dumb thing, like, or you haven't had enough street cred to like say that kind of thing to somebody, maybe that's why their careers just get ruined. But
you need that street cred.
Exactly. Yeah, I read a story that Marlon Brando was mean to Frank Oz, the voice of Yoda and Fozzie Bear, because Frank Oz was directing a movie that he cast Marlon Brando in, and Marlon Brando wouldn't respect him, so they had to have Robert De Niro direct Marlon Brando instead of the director.
Oh my God.
Because he wouldn't listen to him.
Quick, do your best Fozzie.
Waka waka. If you just close your eyes, it would be
that was actually pretty great.
Thank you. I had blacked out when I did it.
Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar says, hey, Roxy and Sam, happy Sunday. So glad to see you on camera together again and to virtually hang out with you. I miss Super TV Showdown. Sam, what's your favorite video game, series, or single game? And who's your favorite video game character? Glad you are in the hashtag Rockstars band. Hashtag my dude.
Now, I'm a proud member of the Rockstars band. Favorite
Dude.
character for video game, I'd say is GLaDOS from the Portal series. Big bad evil robot lady. She's great.
Yes, I
Favorite
know her very well, obviously, as a gamer.
pro gamer.
Pro gamer. Gladys is my favorite.
Yeah, she's great. Just, you know what? If you have a pen and paper, try to draw her out. I want to see what you think this robot lady looks like.
She was having a bad hair day
Uh-huh.
in my drawing, maybe, but like kind of like this.
Uh-huh.
And then with the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
like the mouth, the kind of, the little the nose kind of like
It's like a
little diamond shaped nose.
Uh-huh.
And then just really long neck that's also short.
Mm.
The broad shoulders kind of squared off, but still round.
Mm-hmm.
And silver.
People in the chat should rate your description of GLaDOS as a pro gamer.
Little purple and silver, blue, green, also yellow, pink and black, all together as one outfit. So
were you thinking something along like these lines? Something like that?
I think that's pretty much what I did describe. Yeah, I see the shoulder there.
Down to the color.
I told you, I talked to you about the yellow, and then there's the red that I was referring to, the black and silver is there. And like I said, she was having a bad hair day in my description. So when you pulled her back, she really looked a lot. Mm-hmm.
I agree with Robert Parker. 12 out of 10 description would describe again. Very good.
Robert Parker in the chat right now. Robert Parker, freaking champ. Love that guy. Thanks for saying that, because you're right. I did have a 12 out of 10 description. Pretty much you could see exactly like my image described her. What did you say your favorite game was?
I think my favorite game of all time is BioShock Infinite, but the best series I think is the BioShock series, because those are really good. And for the other pro gamers out there, so Roxy, take note, they're porting all the BioShock games over to the Nintendo Switch, and I am playing Animal Crossing, and it's making me feel a lot better about my situation. I can imagine I'm on an island.
Yeah, me too. I think that's great. And I also had a really hard time beating BioShock. But all of the soccer training helped with that.
It did.
So, yeah.
That's a very good point. And honestly, I had the same thought. How long did you play soccer? I feel like you played soccer for 30 years. How long have you played soccer?
I think you're shorting me a little bit there, but yeah, around 3 decades. And then with the BioShock, that was helpful because my aim with the gun range, combined with the soccer, made it so that I could figure out the people hiding in those closets. It's
weird. You are getting some details right. Did you say soccer because I said BioShock and you went soccer in your brain? Is that do you think that's the connecting piece for that? Because I don't want to say you're wrong. I don't want to say that sports aren't involved in this. Tennis,
it would be rude for you not to acknowledge that was my experience playing the game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is very rude. I'm trying to put you in my box. My box to understand.
Sam, you live in this, and I'm out here. Doing the people's work. So I think we answered that question very well. You're welcome.
Quick, I did want to say, for fans of BioShock, so Roxy, Gore Verbinski back in 2010 immediately bought the rights for the original BioShock game to make into a movie, and Universal was 5 days out from starting production. Like, they built sets and they had they had everything ready to go, and for some reason they pulled the plug, and Birth Movie Death, the website, got their hands on the script and they started describing like the plot points of the game and how they adapted it. And I highly recommend, if anyone's interested, to go check out that read for the BioShock Gore Verbinski movie. I get why they canceled it, because it was way more violent than the game, but it's worth checking out and worth reading. It's very
it's hard to be more violent than the game. And also I was going to recommend that too.
Mhm.
So I also recommend the Dave Grabinski BioShock read.
Dave Grolbinski.
Grabinski, that's what it.
That's
Yeah,
Dave Grohl's full name.
that's but I also concur,
Uh-huh.
recommending it as well. Miss Brandy P in the Streamlabs just says, no question, just support. We appreciate that, Brandy P. You absolutely rock, and always we will take the support. Sugar Gum in here says, please don't take offense to this. LOL. I love when sentences start
This
like
is
this.
good.
Let's see what the rest has. But I think I've confused Sam and Coy as being one person for about a year now. They're just so dang positive. Anyway, do either of you speak other languages?
Well, thanks. He's a good-looking boy, and he's very strong. Very energetic
He
man.
likes comics. He
Uh-huh.
probably has played BioShock.
Probably.
You both have hair and, you know, both strapping young men. So I
Huh?
could see it. And when he says, "Do either of you speak other languages?" Do you think he means you or Coy, or do you think he means me or you?
Oof. Can't
Tough
speak for
call.
Coy. It's
Can't
unfortunate.
speak
I
for
wish.
Coy either. I feel like if I had to guess, we would know if he spoke another language because Coy's pretty good about telling you, like, he's got a lot of knowledge and he shares it. So I
Mhm.
feel like I would have heard it if he spoke another language. Sam, I feel like maybe you've dabbled in a little bit of French.
Boom, because I talk about it a lot. And actually, I've started back up again because Rosetta Stone now does unlimited languages. It's like a streaming service now, so you can just like kind of test out other languages because they know we're all gonna quit or give up. So they want to give you unlimited access, and they just know that everyone's still gonna pay for it. It's a
Wait,
great
Sam,
model.
I feel like there was at some point where you talked about another language you were learning.
I tried learning German, and like
Mm,
that was a fun one. And I also tried Norwegian for a second, but German was easy because English and German are English is a Germanic language, so I could see the connecting of the dots with like other words and like sentence structures. Norwegian, it's
mm.
just like a whole alien language. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't even get a little bit of a grasp on it.
Oh, I will teach you. Don't worry. I've got the Norwegian down.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Uh,
then I'll Skype you and you'll be my tutor.
you're just gonna have to take my word for it, because I don't want to. It's such a golden language that if I start speaking it now, you guys won't want me to stop. Uh, but Juan,
Oh, very good. It's a lot of power to
Juarez,
wield.
Juarez Natswifa
Wow.
is. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for being a friend.
Going to some of these super chats in here. Ben Bateman in the super chat says
I
Scott
know that
Pilgrim
guy.
comics are the absolute best. You should read Planetary. It's my all-time fave. Did you read Planetary?
Yeah, I read one volume of a version of Planetary. I don't know if it's the same one he's talking about because it was on Comixology Unlimited. So comic readers, $7 a month, you get unlimited comics for DC, Marvel, and indie publishers. So that's a
Pretty
pretty good one.
dope.
Pretty
That
dope.
is. I've talked about that prior to this. So basically, what I'm saying is all of the knowledge that you're dropping about all of comics, and video games.
Mhm.
I know too.
Yeah.
Larry Lee says, "Good afternoon. Another day in quarantine paradise. Wish you guys all the best in the next week of prison." We
Ah!
went from paradise to prison real quick there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's you ended on the negative one. I'll be honest, I've been outside more than I've ever been outside in the past like 2 years. These past 2 weeks, like if once it's not raining, I immediately go outside and just try to walk around, not interact with anybody, but down the street at a park, some dad bought some rockets for his kids and they were lighting off little rockets and it was really cool. So I'm not treating it like prison. I'm
they
gonna
were
go watch.
lighting off rockets.
You ever seen those? You buy them from craft stores. They're like little tiny ones, and once they get up to like 200 feet, a little parachute pops out and it lands. It's like
Oh, it comes
October
down
sky.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course I know.
Mm-hmm.
I lit one off today.
Indoors.
Indoors because my ceilings are that high.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very rich.
Makes sense.
Moving forward. Danny Boy, please give us the epic rap battle you guys promised. Hashtag Super TV Showdown forever. Danny Boy, you rock.
Danny boy, you're gonna need to be quiet. You can't share that one.
Ooh, is he backing down, huh?
Yeah.
He's a little scared of the Roxy rap.
Okay.
I
Every
understand.
time like my friends like improv song, like I have some musical friends, and sometimes they'll whip out a keyboard and like make up a song on the spot, and then I'll just do it to the slowest beat I can hear in the song. So I'm like, my name is Sam, and I'm here to say, in a major way.
And that is a great thing to say because it is a beautiful day.
See, this is the good stuff. That's how
Yeah, I mean,
parents rap. That's how
I
like
said
white parents rap. They're like, my name is Donna, and I'm here to say.
also Donna.
You get it. You can picture the person.
Is there somebody our age named Donna?
You hope.
I don't think I've met a Francine, a
Hmm.
Donna, an Eleanor. You know, it is interesting that some names are so clear with their generation, like how we are Emma. Emma
Hmm.
is our generation. If you are in our generation, your name is Emma, whether your name's Emma or not. Like, do you know an Eleanor?
I know Ellie, and I know Ellie might be
L,
short for L or Ellen, and
probably
so
short for
maybe
Elizabeth.
my
L.
nephew's name is Liam, and they just wanted to call him Liam, but we were able to swing it to William because then they have a full name that they can play around with. Like if when they were older, they could be Will or Bill or William
Yeah,
or Liam. They could do whatever they wanted.
I have a friend whose legal name is Benny, and it's adorable but I think that he probably wishes that Benjamin was his name so that he could decide to go by Benny or not.
I have a friend I grew up with named Mikey, Miky, but his older brother is
Did you
Michael,
just sign that?
Miky. Yeah, sometimes I do. If I
Ooh,
do
go
it too much,
ASL.
yeah, only spelling. I can't do
Roxy.
words.
Well,
That's
I can
fun.
teach you some words. I learned this on Sesame Street. This is sing a song.
Hmm.
Um, and then bullshit.
Oh yeah, classic.
Um, and then also
Mom,
my name is, or what are you doing?
oh,
Mm, yeah, something. I don't speak well, but I can say Roxy. Um,
my name. I don't know which one it's supposed to be, which goes over which, but my name. Also from Scrubs, I
huh.
learned that night classes or something like that. That one's not important. I just learned it from Scrubs. Thanks, Scrubs.
I love
I might
Scrubs.
rewatch that right now. That'd be a really happy show to watch.
It's a great one. I'm going back into the patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. Garth Harkness McMurray says, Sam, I miss seeing Only Stupid Answers do live stream shows on Twitch. Will you ever be doing some live stream shows together on Twitch or YouTube? Again, I know you do your own solo live streams.
I don't know about us together, but I'll still be doing live streams. I like it. Have you, because you use StreamYard and Streamlabs, have you ever tried Restream? It's a website. It
Mm-mm.
pushes it to like, if you, for free, it will push it to 3 different platforms. So I did Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. And, but if you pay for it, you can push it up to like 20 different platforms. Like you can do Facebook and
But can you
da-da-da.
do that while also doing this is my problem. I can't figure out how to do StreamYard and those things. Like I've never done Twitch, but I feel like since I'm airing this on YouTube, I should be airing it on Twitch also, right?
Possibly. And it makes sense why it should be able to push to 2 different places. And if
That
also
I
if you're
don't know
paying
how
for it,
though.
it should be able to do that. That would be really nice if it helped you out that way.
Yeah, I am paying for it. It's $25 a month. Here's the thing, it's $25 a month or it's $240 a year.
Oh, okay.
But I don't do things like that.
I don't
Are
want that
you
commitment.
I don't. If something is more expensive, if you pay for it by month, but less expensive sounding,
Hmm.
that's my life.
And
Like
that's what they prey on.
I know, and it's the weaklings like me They go for us. It's not very kind.
I know each month I'm like bummed when I see like a Hulu subscription come up. It's like $15 or whatever it is. Like, oh, it's a
Yeah,
bummer, but not too bad. But when the Amazon Prime yearly one pops up and it's like $130, $140, and you're like,
it's such a hit.
what?
I
I always
know.
freak out. Like it's like there's trying to someone broke my account or is hacking me or trying to like order a bunch of I don't know sex toys on Amazon. It's like that's just a
Oh.
regular old Amazon Prime membership.
I've never looked for sex toys on Amazon. However, what I will say is that Grammy and Papa, so this is a weird transition,
Go on.
needed a thermometer.
Uh-huh.
And thermometers are all out. I had an old thermometer whose battery was dead, and I didn't know the name of the type of battery. I just know that it's the same batteries that vibrators take. So
Classic.
I Amazoned vibrator battery. It's called the watch battery. So now we know. But that is for sure in my history.
And you can't get rid of that 'cause
Whoo!
now it's just
And
gonna be in those daily emails where it's like, "Hey, I think you may have missed this." And it's like, "I
no,
didn't." One
things started
time
popping up on my like ads they recommend, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm just trying to get my grandparents a thermometer.
okay, so for some reason, Comixology, like if you look through like daily releases, anyone can submit any comic they want, and like
Mhm.
some people are submitting like adult comics, and I was like, wait, what is this? And I clicked on it and I read and I looked at what it was. I was like, this blows. Superman's comics right next to it. Like, what if a kid went and like bought like this porn?
Ooh.
And I'm like, that's gross. But now Comixology ads, it has like all of them listed right there. I'm like, please stop putting this on. Don't I wish the cookies would turn off and not take this information. I ordered
Sam, what's your favorite one?
well, you gotta follow me on Patreon to find out. But no,
What? Good
um
plug.
I ordered a bidet and I needed toilet seat covers for something. So now every week I get an update on like, hey, did you know like that we dropped the price on the toilet seat covers? I'm like, yeah, I got it. I figured, but I don't
Wait,
want
you
it.
ordered a bidet?
Yeah. I mean, years ago. I
You
tried
can
setting
do
it up and I fucked up the plumbing.
I was gonna say that
Wait,
seems really hard.
no, no, no. You've never heard of bio bidet? It's the influencer's
No.
bidet. It's a
Bio bidet.
bio bidet. Bio bidet to you. It's you just take off your seat, your like toilet seat, and then you turn off the water to your toilet and you take off like the water cable. I'm saying this really well. And
Mhm.
you put in a connecting piece that siphons some of the water to the bidet and it goes underneath your toilet seat. So you rescrew it back on. So it's like sitting in between the bowl and the seat. And it's like this little tiny thing. And then you can just like turn it up, turn it down. There's a version of it that has heat. I got the one without heat and it was very cold and I didn't like it. But
Wow, right now in this toilet paper lacking time, a bidet would be lovely. Just in general, those are supposed to be very good for you. Gets rid
yeah,
of all the dingles, the
yeah, I
dingleberries.
gotta clean them up. A
It's
weird
kind of
thing that's happened in this quarantine is how many people like it like business meetings or like family members or friends. It's not the weirdest thing in the world because I understand what they're saying and it's like everyone does this, but I've just never heard people talk about it. Everyone's like, well, if we run out of toilet paper, everyone can just hop in the shower. Like everybody keeps saying that over and over again.
I
Like that
keep
was
hearing that too, but I don't really understand how that's supposed to help.
like, are you guys just like fully going toilet, then just hopping into the shower and then not? I'm doubting you're cleaning the shower after. I'm doubting all of them are cleaning the shower after they
I
do
just
that.
don't really understand the whole like so what do you do? Okay, just to be as graphic as I can right now, but just to try to understand. So you poop
Go on.
and then you like try to shake off anything that's left
Hmm.
and then you get in the shower and you use your hands and soap to like get the rest of the poop off.
Yes, and so you should have already been naked before going to the bathroom. So that I also, or you have to undress with your pants down. All of it's like too much because like I fully understand what they're saying. I get it, and also if times are tough, do whatever you need to do. Like who I'm not judging. It's just it more the observation that everybody, even in business meetings, was saying the same thing. And I'm like, I get it. And I'm not judging. It's just so weird that we keep saying that we're going to shower off in a shower and then not clean the shower. I know you're not gonna.
The person who obviously knows the answer to this, of course, is the third turd. The third turd being in the chat right now, who says, "No way. Maybe use a wash rag, then hit the shower, toss that rag into the washing machine." I
Mm.
don't really want like reusable toilet paper rags. I feel like if I use something on my ass, that's got to go in the trash. I don't think it goes in the washing machine.
Some people do it. I don't know them, and I can't. I don't want to judge their ways. I'm
I'm
not going
not
to be that
trying to
person.
judge either, but also,
Hitman Hudson. We're talking. My name is Sam Bashor, and I'm here talking about what we do in the bathroom.
who is Sam Bashor, and why does he speak about all of this poop?
I'm the guy
Mm-hmm.
you call when
I
there's something
love
strange in your
Robert
neighborhood.
Parker. This is the quarantine content I'm here for.
This is
It
what you
is
pay for.
really, yeah, of course. This is the good stuff. Because when you think about it, so this is I tweeted yesterday. I said my neck, my back, my toilet paper 12 pack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why did I tweet that? Because I'm sitting here in quarantine. I thought about it. I thought it was funny, and I tweeted it out. The amount of people who responded being like, "Where did you get a toilet paper 12 pack?"
Where the fuck did you get it? Which CVS is it?
I do not have a toilet paper 12 pack, to be clear. I am running low on TP. But also, Sam, I think you know this about me. I have extreme bowel issues. Sometimes I don't poop for like 12 days at a time. I have to go to the hospital. They have to give me an enema. Like, it's a whole fucking thing. I have big, big poop issues. No, I have no poop issues. I have huge poop issues that I do not poop huge. So that's clear now.
That's when you think Roxy. That's the thing that happened. That's exactly what I think happened.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of. Yeah. So somebody was saying to me, people were like, why do you need toilet paper? You say you don't even poop. Just to be clear to all the men out there on like how women's bodies work, we have to wipe when we pee as well. I know you guys shake that shit off. We're not shakers. We got to wipe. And it's like you need to do a real wipe. Also, apparently these are things I've learned recently. Women have self-cleaning vaginas, but we have to because we build more bacteria, which is why when our pee is too close to our buttholes, and so bacteria.
Just so 1 point boys, no point girls. Boys.
You know what you did? 1 point boys, no point girls.
Boys. Oh,
it got weird. And that's great. Going back over into the streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Morse code Z says, I can't decide which I laughed at more, your soccer experience or your 3 decades of experience. Also, I still miss SourceFed nerd. Good to see you, Sam.
Good to see you too.
Do you miss SourceFed at all?
Yeah, of course. It was cool to go into an office, and it was cool to work with so many talented people, and also people, not only just talented people who weren't doing anything that I was doing, and I got to learn a lot from them, and that was really cool. And also regular paycheck was cool.
I like the first thing out of your mouth was it was cool to go into an office.
Isn't that cool? Like I got to be around people. Like I didn't have to work from home.
Oh my God, it's crave.
I just want to eat. I want to get coffee out of a shitty coffee machine and talk about, I don't know, Game of Thrones. We got to throw it back since it was a couple years ago.
I miss going into SourceFed, and I didn't even work there. But you guys had me come in quite a bit, and I will say it was one of the greater offices because it was so big. It just had so much open space because it was further out. We didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, it didn't feel crammed or anything. Like a lot of these offices are shoe boxes, and that place was so big, and everybody was lovely there. Wait, speaking of which, I don't know that I'm even allowed to talk about this on air. Maybe I'll hint at it. Maybe if you know what I'm talking about, you'll shoo me away or not. I was looking for a picture for a thumbnail for you, and when I type your name in on Google, there was a GIF that came up that I have certainly never seen of you. In which maybe some tongue action was happening.
Oh, was it with the guy or was it with a mirror?
No, it was with a woman.
Oh, with Maud?
Yo, what?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is that? What was that
oh,
from?
because it was it was the million subscriber 10-hour live stream, and it was she threw it out there because she would like she and I because it was like she kind of like built like the story and everything because people would like try to ship us and like we like talked about like building off that, and so we to like reward building up that ship at the end of the 10-hour stream it was like a kiss and
I
also
think of you guys as like straight up siblings. I saw it and was like, my eyes, my
well, I'm glad you didn't use that for the thumbnail. I'm glad you didn't use that.
oh my
Or like, look,
gosh.
Sam, you remember from this.
It was literally, I saw, I was like, she like grabbed you. I was like, oh my God.
After 10 hours, you're having a fair amount of alcohol. And there were alcohol inspired like trivia games we'd play.
And this
So
was years ago.
yeah. And it was, and it definitely that was her idea. Like in the sense I'm saying is that her idea and
She
that
wanted it,
idea.
to be clear, she wanted
No,
this. It was
specifically, no. She said it because as soon as she gave that idea, our subscriber count quadrupled, like in 20
that's
minutes.
amazing.
Yeah, and so it was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, go for it.
Are you so happy I brought that up on a
No,
scale
I
of
mean
one to
it's
10?
people still ask, and it's like, wait, what are you guys still together? Like whenever I post a picture with me and Taylor, and they're like, what? That's not Maud. You're in
I think,
Australia, but are you there with Maud? It's like, no, man, I'm just here with my girlfriend.
I mean, you and your girlfriend have been together for a while now, and like I can't picture you. She's so amazing. You guys are such a great couple. I like can't picture you. Just when I saw it, I was like, "What? What is this?" So
Well,
thank you for clearing that up.
Zeno Hour says Sam and Maud are actually married with 2 kids. You can't convince me otherwise.
Um, wow. Well, Zeno Hour knows something that the rest of us don't know. Gotcha, Zeno Hour. Were you an attendee at the wedding? Because I believe I was not invited, which is fucking rude.
It was a private event. I'm so sorry. We had limited
So
seating.
rude. In the super chat, Larry Lee says, y'all hit that like button. Come on. I love when you guys tell people to do that so that I don't have to. But yes, hit the like button, subscribe. Also, for the last 15 minutes of this, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Also, right here in the super chat, get in all your questions, comments, concerns, especially if you want to ask Sam weird shit like I just did.
Well, I mean, in comparison to the bidet talk and the what kind of batteries would you call them vibrator batteries when I would have said watch batteries as well, but I'm glad that was the first thing you thought of.
What is a watch? What is the watch bat? You know, the other ones are like A, AAA, AA, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a letter for a watch battery?
I just call them watch batteries. They probably do, but you know what? I'm not in that fandom. I don't know the different names of batteries.
Well, you know from what you use it from. So I've never replaced a battery on a watch.
Oh no, just because I have because when you get like those SpongeBob watches from like Burger King, those babies have a very limited lifespan. You got to put new batteries in those. Usually, baby, and usually they break when you open them up because they're not supposed to be opened.
Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Sugar Gum says, "I'm a girl, Roxy. LOL." Did I say it? Did I say that they weren't a girl?
I don't remember.
But then she says, Sam, what were your top 2 films of the last decade? Mine are You Were Never Really Here and Drive.
Wow.
Interesting choices. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, so of the last decade, and also, sorry, Sugar Gum, if I said that you were not a... Hello, I'm a girl too. I see you.
I'm a boy.
I'm glad we all are figuring out 2020. Figure it out, guys.
I'm a boy.
So, do you have a top 2 films of the last decade?
Wait, so quick question though. You Were Never Really Here. Is that Netflix show?
No. You Were Never Really Here is that one with the guy that gets not Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Guy that gets not, and it's like freaky. It's an art house film. I saw it maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was creeped out by it, but a lot of people liked it.
I should check it out because I like creepy movies. But
yeah, I think you would like it actually.
For me, the 2 favorite movies are because there's both of them are the ones I can't shut up about. So I feel like that's a good way to tell. I'm like, which ones have I never stopped talking about?
Yeah.
3 Foot Ball and Soul. It's that Japanese movie about the suicide cult that or suicide pact between these anonymous. I'll just pitch it really quick to people who have never heard
I've
me say
never
it.
heard of this.
Oh, okay. So 3 foot ball. I saw it at Fantastic Fest, and it was the only time it was shown in outside of Japan. Really, was at Fantastic Fest. They're in real life, like not in the movie. In real life, there's a big problem in Japan that people are anonymously meeting on different types of like forums or message boards or social media apps, and they anonymously plan their group suicide, and they don't know each other,
Oh,
and
I
that's a
think
big
I
part of
have
it.
heard you talk about this. Okay, okay.
So this is a story where it picks up with a guy pushing this like big ball into this like it's like a big ball with an inscription on it. You're trying to figure out what it is. You don't know what it is, and he pushes it into this like shed, and this whole movie just takes place in this shed until the very end. Um, and you find out that these 4 people are coming together to kill themselves via this ball, and this ball is a 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide firework. So they're going to set it off in front of them so that they die in like a really beautiful way, you know, like because they're not well, you know, like they're planning something really sad. So it's an old man, young man, older woman, and then a 16-year-old girl. And there's a big problem because they didn't know that the girl was 16. And once she gets there, they're like, hey, if this kid dies, our families could be implicated. So we need to convince her not to kill herself. And so once they do it, the girl's like, hey, you guys are all being hypocrites because you're still going to kill yourselves. And she runs over and hits the detonator, and all of a sudden time jumps back to when the old man pushes the ball into the shed, and he remembers. And the way this like changes from like Groundhog Day and other like time movies is that then the young man gets pulled into it, and then the older woman, and they all keep feeling their own death over and over and over again. And they're
Wow.
trying to convince this girl not to do it, and they all have to confront each other about why they want to kill themselves. And oh man, I cried like a baby, and
That
I had
sounds
it.
unbelievable.
It's so
Did you
good.
say there's a way to watch it here?
No, but I actually have a direct contact with the distribution at the Japanese company. So we emailed each other, or they emailed me because they heard me talk about it on one of the freaking 1,000 shows that I've been on that I've talked about this movie. And they will let me know. The last time, actually, it did play one more time. They messaged me. It's like, hey, if you can get to San Francisco in 2 months, this is a while ago, we're going to play it at a film festival.
Right now during quarantine.
If you can get there. So
I
yeah,
can't watch it. So you're gonna pitch it to me, but I can't watch it.
yeah, it's one
Thank
of my
you.
favorite
What's
movies
it
of all
called?
time. 3 foot ball and soul.
3 foot ball and soul.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
what's your second one?
is The Vast of Night, which is a movie you can watch at the end of May because I saw it at Fantastic Fest last year, and at last year's Sundance 2019, it premiered and was immediately purchased by Amazon. So on May 29th, it will be on Amazon Prime, and you can watch it.
Sam, I've never heard of either of these two movies.
Well, The Vast of Night is pitched as the way the movie opens is a camera slowly being pushed through like a 1970s like Art Deco house, and you see an old TV is on, and it sounds like the Twilight Zone is starting, but it's something else. Like it's a parody of the Twilight Zone. It's a knockoff of it, and the camera goes into the TV screen. So the whole logic of the movie is played out like an hour and a half long Twilight Zone episode. And it's about 2 kids in the 50s in this small town. One is a phone operator, like a switchboard operator, and the other one's a radio host, and a signal starts coming over the radio, and this girl is doing this live switchboard and hearing different people all over the town start talking about these lights they're seeing above the city. And it's from these like 2 very small like points of view of this guy in a radio station by himself, this like kid, and then this young girl live switching the telephones. And the more and people start calling in and telling stories about the like their encounters with it, but it's all played out like a play. There's like very few cuts in the entire movie, and you just have to kind of like sit in this like kind of fear, and also might be too similar to like what we're feeling now, where you can't go outside and you can't go and look at this thing, you can't see this threat that is out there that is kind of hovering over all of us.
I'm loving people's response to you. Weird flex, Sam. LOL.
Yes.
Jeremy Miller, I love Sam's deep cut picks.
Thank you.
Sam is going deep underrated gems. Yeah, I mean like undiscovered gems even. These are these are kind of epic ones. I appreciate all the people in the chat right now living for Sam's bizarro picks, but I've got to see them. Also, shout out to John Doe. John Doe, appreciate that super chat. John Doe comes in here, drops support. It never says his name. We love you, John Doe.
I will
Appreciate you.
say real quick, I'll say two more normal ones. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, top
Yeah.
10 movies of the past 10 or two movies of the past 10 years, that, and I'll say Uncut Gems for the amount of I told this after we saw the
Ugh.
movie. I when I left, I realized I had like a splitting headache and I didn't know why, and then I like clenched my jaw a little bit. I had my jaw so clenched the entire time I gave myself a headache.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't love that movie.
No.
I it's an amazing
No,
movie.
also,
Um,
I don't care. It's the movie, but
it's
it's
an amazing movie, and he deserved to be nominated, and it is a masterpiece. But I just didn't love it. Like I didn't love watching it. I was like,
it,
ugh.
it's like when people tell me to watch BoJack Horseman, and I'm like, I know what depression is. I don't need to see a cartoon horse tell me what depression is. I know what that is.
BoJack is great though. Going back over into the Patreon, Glenn says, "What is your favorite TV show and favorite movie that you've watched on Disney Plus in the past few weeks or months, excluding The Mandalorian? Are you watching anything over there that is not The Mandalorian?"
Excuse me, little hiccup. I checked out the Jeff
There was like
Goldblum
a
show.
stuck in hiccup.
I think I was about to burp too, so I tried to pull it in.
You got to swallow those burps. Swallow them.
I tried Jeff Goldblum show, and that really didn't do it for me.
I only
I
watched the
did.
sneaker episode, and I agree. It didn't. It was fine, and it was
Mm,
weird, but it didn't make me want to watch the rest of them.
yeah, same. I did the ice cream one, and I was like, "That's cool. I don't want to. I don't want to watch more." Uh, but I did like. Oh, I checked out Gargoyles for the first time because I didn't really watch that as a kid, and now checking it out, I'm like, "Oh shit, this is like really cool." The only thing is, the more things I check out on Disney Plus, I'm like, I just don't really want to watch more of it. I wanted to watch more of uh The Mandalorian. I just didn't
Me
want to
too.
watch more of any of the other programming on there. I can't wait for the like actually I met somebody the other day that is editing the What If series for Marvel on Disney Plus, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I am really excited for that. I'm
I'm
really
excited for
excited."
that too. I'm
And like
excited for a
the
ton of stuff they have coming up. Just
mhm,
not much that's going on this second.
it's a bummer.
Yeah, I did. I did watch Lady and the Tramp,
Oh,
and it was good.
oh good.
So I don't know why nobody else watched it. I felt bad for that movie.
I might check it
Uh,
out. We watched parts of The Lion King, the live action movie, the other night, and I realized that yes, I still don't like this movie. I'm still not a fan. It's not bad. I just like it's real
I
boring.
like it.
To each their own.
That's very true. Sam, I want to make sure before we get out of here, you tell everybody all of the things that you're working on and where they can support you. I know that shout out to my amazing mod, Jake Yakavetta, who kept putting in the chat your channel and everything, but where are all the places, what are all the things you're working on, and also like have you figured out the cat song yet or what's happening there?
Oh no, I got that ready to go.
Okay,
I got
cool.
that locked and loaded. Please follow me at Sam Bashor everywhere that matters. And on Thursdays, 1 p.m. PST, I'm going to be live streaming a comic book review / comic book club. You don't have to read the book. I will tweet out what the book is and where to get it for free. But the point is just to like kind of just tune in, hear some people talk about a nerdy thing, gush over something that they love, and then that's it. And maybe you'll add it
Are
to
you
your
doing
reading
that
list.
on Only Stupid Answers or on your own channel or where?
On my own channel. So if you
Nice.
just search at Sam Bashor, it'll be on Periscope, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you just search Sam Bashor and you see something live at 1 p.m. on Thursdays, that's a me, baby. And also, of course, Only Stupid Answers podcast, new episodes Mondays, as well as reviews on the YouTube channel. We also we have a review for Harley Quinn season 2 coming out on Monday.
Wait, I
And
haven't started watching yet. Is it good?
just one episode, and I can't say it comes out Monday. I don't want to spoil, but I did watch
Oh.
Stargirl as well. They have the first 3 episodes of Stargirl on there,
Oh, I have to look.
and that one
Oh.
you have to wait an extra month to talk about. So I can't
Yeah,
even.
why did they change the date by a week?
I'm not sure, but I do have to hold. So now I can't even talk about any opinions I have on that show. But I am excited to talk about it on Only Stupid Answers when the time comes. Oh,
Dang. Yeah.
one plug. I just want to give one suggestion, if I may, to people out there to help them through this crisis.
Absolutely.
Go watch Steven Universe. It just had its series finale on Friday, and it might be one of the smartest, most creative, and most important shows out there, especially for younger audiences, but it is a show that is made for young and old audiences.
I have never seen an episode. Do you know that?
I can give you a list of episodes. There's a lot. There are a lot of episodes, but I could give you a concise list because the episodes are only 10 minutes. So you can get through them real quick.
The episodes are 10 minutes?
Well, because it's a cartoon, so they an airing is 2 episodes that equal to 20 minutes. So they're just 10-minute chunks.
Oh.
And it's kind of annoying because on Hulu they have them all separated out. So you see like 200 episodes. It's like, yeah, but they're 10 minutes a piece. It's not like you have to just watch a credit and an intro every time they start playing.
But it's also still a lot of episodes. 200?
Yeah. It's a lot, but I think overall it's like 200, not 200 to a season. But that show deals with identity. Also, I read this article that titled it "The Gayest Show of All Time," but in a positive way because it has a gay marriage, it has multiple gay relationships, it has non-binary characters, it has asexual characters, and it doesn't make a big deal. They are just who they are, and you get to watch characters explore what that means and how that fits into the world and how they fit into their world. And also, it's got really kick-ass action, and it has one of the sweetest metaphors for a relationship I've ever seen in a show. It's very cool.
I feel like I've been majorly missing out.
I felt that same way, and I watched the first like 4 episodes, so it's only like 40 minutes. So I was like, oh, like maybe it's, like not for me. I don't get it. And then all of a sudden it's like the 5th episode. I'm like, oh, I now understand what people are saying. I now get why people like this show so much. I'll send you a list if you want.
You might have sold me. You might not have. We don't know.
Not have. You might have failed, but you might not have.
On my end, guys, tomorrow's episode at 1 p.m. will be with Dan Merle. I know that he is a fan favorite, so start getting in those questions in the super chat, in the Streamlabs, and on Patreon. Again, the $10 tier and up gets to ask a question to every guest. So make sure you do that. I'll be back tomorrow at 1. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm always happy to
miss
come
your
back.
face. No.
I can come back so you can remember. I might even also this week I'm gonna put out a poll on my Twitter for 4 different facial hairstyles, and I want to get different. I want to get different cuts. I want to see who will vote on it.
I never know what you're gonna do with the facial hair. That's why I said today, is he gonna have a mustache? What will it look like?
Somebody said, why'd you do a porn stash all those years ago in the chat? And I was like, because it looked cool as shit. That's why I did it.
The answer is because I'm awesome. Who else is awesome? Glenn Caesar, who says 130 watching, 99 likes. Hit that thumbs up, people. I think we just got to 100 thumbs up. So appreciate y'all for, y'all. I'm from Boston. Why do I do that?
Hey, you know what? With new pronouns and different ways of addressing people, y'all is a really nice gender neutral way of talking to people. I like it. I've never used it as a kid.
But it is so not East Coast. It makes me feel like I'm betraying my people. My people being the Bostonians.
They would never say y'all.
Y'all? They'd be like, fucking dudes. All you fucking guys and your shits and your stuff. Like that.
I mean, I like those guys sound kind of cool. I don't think I have the machismo to keep up with those guys, so I will say y'all, and then I will back down as soon as they make fun of me.
Oh, you kids and you people, you's all doing your thing like that.
It's pretty good.
Anyway, all right, bye guys. See you tomorrow, and thanks Sam for joining us. Bye. Oh my God, that's true.